Hello, sir.
Sir ji.
Okay. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Now your host, sir.
हाँ सर
Yes.
ठीक है.
Recording is also on, sir.
हाँ. Okay. Today we will start the convolution property of Fourier transform. What convolution property says? Convolution property says that if x1t having Fourier transform x1 of omega, x2t is having Fourier transform x2 of omega, then the Fourier transform of x1 of t convolution with x2 of t is x prime of omega, and I am interested in this, what x prime of omega will be. So we can say x prime of omega can be written as minus infinity to infinity x1 of t convolution with x2 of t multiplied by e to the power minus iota omega t into dt. Now we know the idea of convolution. The convolution of two function is what? This is t equal to minus infinite to t equal to infinite. And what is convolution? Convolution is tau equal to minus infinite to tau equal to infinite. This is x1 of tau into x2 of t minus tau into d tau into e to the power minus iota omega t into dt. This is the idea. We can say x prime of omega equal to tau equal to minus infinite to tau equal to infinite x1 tau into d tau and t equal to minus infinite to t equal to infinite x2 of t minus tau into e to the power minus of j omega t into d tau. I have a replacement for this integral. I have a replacement for this whole integral. What is replacement? The Fourier transform of, I can say, the Fourier transform of x2 of t minus tau can be written as x2 of omega into e to the power minus iota omega tau, or we can write like this. This is t equal to minus infinity to t equal to infinity. We can write like this. We can write t equal to minus infinity to t equal to infinity, x2 of t minus tau into e to the power minus of iota omega tau, iota omega t. It's not tau, no, it's a t, into dt. So this is equivalent to what? x2 omega into e to the power minus j omega tau, minus tau. Fine, tau is high. Yeah, this is the shifting. This represents shifting. I thought it's a t form expression, so it's fine. So we can write whole expression as Fourier transform of, or I should say x prime of omega, x prime of omega can be written as x prime of omega can be written as tau equal to minus infinite to tau equal to infinite. This is x1 of tau into e to the power minus of j omega tau into d tau into x2 of omega. Now what I can say, we are integrating with respect to tau. If we are integrating with respect to tau, I can say x prime of omega is x2 of omega integrating from tau equal to minus infinite to tau equal to infinite. This is x1 of tau into e to the power minus of j omega tau into d tau. So I can say x1 of x prime of omega is equivalent to x2 of omega into x1 of omega. So what I can say, the convolution in time domain is equivalent to multiplication in frequency domain. So you can say the Fourier transform for this x1t convolution with x2t is equivalent to x1 of omega into x2 of omega, while x1 of omega convolution with x2 of omega is equivalent to how much? It's a So this can be 2 pi times of x1 of t into x2 of t. So these are two important convolutions. These are two very important convolutions. Now let's take some previous year questions to prove all these properties. The next theorem is Parseval's theorems. The next theorem which we want to study is Parseval's theorems. And using Parseval's theorem, what is the statement of Parseval's theorem? Parseval's theorem says that the energy or the power of the signal. The next is Parseval's theorem. Parseval's theorem, and what Parseval's theorem says, the energy or the power of signal is independent to domain of analysis. Suppose the energy of signal in time domain is given by e to the power minus infinity to infinity x of t whole square into dt, then we can say the power of signal will be 1 over 2 pi minus infinity to infinity. This is of course limit of omega, x of omega whole square into d of omega. So whether this you calculate this in time domain or frequency domain, you will get the same idea. And I can say, let's calculate the energy of some signal. Can I say my signal is x of t equal to e to the power minus at into ut for a greater than 0. Let's say this is one signal. I am saying the energy of this signal is given by 0 to infinity square is e to the power minus 2at into dt. And what is integration of this? Minus 1 by 2a e to the power minus infinity minus e to the power 0, which will gives you value 1 by 2a joule. The energy of the signal is 1 by 2a joule. Now let's calculate this energy in the omega domain, है ना? Energy of the signal in omega domain. The energy of the signal in omega domain is given by Fourier transform of e to the power minus at into ut is equivalent to 1 divided by a plus iota omega. So can I say x of omega equal to one divided by under root of a square plus omega square. We know that the energy of the signal can be given by energy of the signal is given by minus infinite to infinite 1 over 2 pi 1 divided by a square plus omega square into d omega. And we can calculate this integral. We can calculate this integral. This integral will become 1 by 2 pi. This is 1 by a tan inverse of omega by a. This omega varies from minus infinite to omega equal to infinite. So energy of the signal can be written as 1 divided by 2 pi a into tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of minus infinity, which you can say energy is equivalent to 1 divided by 2 pi a into pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is pi. Pi and pi cancel. The energy is equivalent to 1 by 2a joule. So what we want to say that energy of a signal is independent to domain of analysis. हम किस domain में analyze करते हैं उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि उस signal का energy कितना होगा. And this theorem is known as Parseval's theorem. What is name of this theorem? This theorem is known as Parseval's theorem. Now let's take few problems, previous year problem to solve to approach the Fourier transform. Okay, so let's take some examples of Fourier transform. The first question is given by this. We are trying previous year questions of Fourier transform. And what is first question? The first question is this. Question number 1. Xt equal to rect of t minus 1 by 2. Then Fourier transform of x of t plus x of minus t. So we are interested in the Fourier transform of these two functions, x of t and x of minus t. How we will approach this question? This is the idea, है ना? तो कैसे करेंगे approach जरा देखें कि I can say how x of t looks like. So I can say x of t looks like this. X of t is this is rect of t. Rect of t is minus 1 by 2. This is 1 by 2 and this is 1. This is rect of t. This function is known as rect of t, and we know that the Fourier transform of this function is given by sine of omega by 2 divided by omega by 2, और बाहर कितना लिखना होता था, एरिया. So this is Fourier transform of rect of t by 2. Now what I am saying, rect of t minus 1 by 2 can be written as e to the power minus of j omega by 2. Because we know that if x of t minus t naught is equivalent to having Fourier transform x of omega into e to the power minus of iota omega t naught. Now this is, and we know that if x of t is having Fourier transform x of omega, then x of minus t is having Fourier transform x of minus omega. And so can I say this is Fourier transform of sine omega by 2 divided by omega by 2? Can I say sine of omega by 2 divided by omega by 2? If you replace omega by minus no omega, there is no effect on this, and e to the power minus of j omega by 2 plus x of minus omega. So we will replace every omega by minus omega. So this minus and minus cancel. Next function will be sine of omega by 2 divided by omega by 2 into e to the power j omega by 2. So what we can say, the function will be sine of omega by 2 divided by omega by 2 is common, and e to the power j omega by 2 plus e to the power j omega by 2 minus omega, it is cos of omega by 2, and you can cancel this one. Okay, so I can multiply this by 2 and divide by 2. 2 sine a cos a, it is sine 2a. So function will be what? The function will be sine of omega divided by 2 omega. And I can draw this as so this is the answer, what I can say. This is the answer for given question. First question. Now let's take one more question for the same concept. A signal is represented by x of t. Signal is represented by x of t, and x of t is given by 1 for mod of t less than 1 and 0 for mod of t greater than 1. Then what is the value of y of t is a function which represents x of 2t convolution with x of t by 2. Then we are interested in y of omega. What is the value of y of omega? बड़ा अच्छा क्वेश्चन है ना, जरा देखते हैं इसको. How we can draw the Fourier transform of x of t? So first draw the x of t. You can say this is our x of t. X of t is -1. This is 1. This is 1. And you can say this is x of t. A function which is 1 between -1 and +1. And what is its Fourier transform? The Fourier transform of the function is given by 2 sine of omega divided by omega. This is it. Now what I am saying, we are convolving in time domain, means we are multiplying the signal in frequency domain. So can I say what is value of x of 2 omega? The Fourier transform of x of 2 omega is given by 1 by 2 times of x of omega by 2. So you can say, sorry, x of 2t. So you can say x of 2t is 1 by 2 times of 2 sine omega by 2 divided by omega by 2. 2 and 2 cancel. This is 2 sine of omega by 2 divided by omega. And next is 1 by 2. So we can say x of t by 2 is having Fourier transform 2 sine of 2 omega divided by 2 omega. So you can say, or you can 2 sine of x of 2 omega. That's what you can say. So you can say 2 times of x of 2 omega is equivalent to, this is multiplied by 2, and this is 2 sine of 2 omega divided by 2 omega. 2 and 2 cancel. You can say this is 2 sine of 2 sine of omega by omega. Next, 70. So convolution is 2 sine of 2 omega divided by omega. This is multiplied by what? Sine of omega by 2 divided by omega. So this is, you can say, this is what is answer? It is 4 by omega square sine 2 omega into sine of omega by 2. This is the answer. Now let's take one more question, and question is given by this. Okay, a rectangular function is given by this, then find the value of minus infinite to infinite x of omega, find the value of into d omega. We know the Parseval's relationship, and this relationship says that minus Parseval's minus infinity to infinity x of t whole square into dt is equivalent to minus infinity to infinity 1 over 2 pi x of omega into d omega square. So you can say this is multiplied by 2 pi. So can I say minus infinite to infinite x of t whole square into dt multiplied by 2 pi is equivalent to minus infinite to infinite x of omega whole square into d omega. What is the squared area of this? The squared area of this function is given by 2 pi into 2 into 1. So what is the answer for this question? 4 pi is the correct answer. Next question is, I am interested in integral of this equation. What is integral of sine 2 pi t by pi t into dt, and the options are given as 0, 1, 1 by 2, and how to proceed for this. So can I say the function is given in this This is sync in time. So you can say this will form a square in frequency domain. Let's say this is minus omega naught, this is omega naught, and this is a. So can I say the inverse Fourier transform of this function is 2 into a into omega naught into sine of omega naught t divided by omega naught t whole divided by 1 by 2 pi. यही तरीका सीखा है हमने. Now what I can say that omega naught, by comparing the standard equation, you can say the omega naught is equivalent to 2 pi. So if omega naught equal to 2 pi, your whole equation will become, this is 2 pi, this is minus 2 pi. You can remove this. Now this function will be 2a omega naught into sine of 2 pi t divided by omega naught into t whole multiplied by 1 by pi t, 1 by 2 pi. Omega naught cancel. So we can say sine of 2 pi t divided by pi t, है ना? This 2 and this 2 is also cancel. So sine of omega naught t by pi t is equivalent to, this a से a का divide किया तो 1 is equivalent to what? This is minus 2 pi to 2 pi. This is 1. So we know that integral of minus and minus infinite to infinite, integral of minus infinite to infinite, if this is multiplied by 2, you can say this is also multiplied by 2. So we will use the property of area under the curve. And what this property says? This property says that the integration of minus infinite to infinite xt dt is equivalent to x of 0. So you can say its value is, this value is x of 0. So what is x of 0? X of 0 is 2. So what is the answer for this question? The answer for this question is 2. Fourier transform of a continuous time signal is given by then find the value of log of I say the x of t is given by a plus iota omega. So you can say this is e to the power minus at into ut. If I multiply by this t, then the output will be minus of a plus iota omega whole square, and minus minus cancel. So this is the inverse Fourier transform for t equal to 1. And what is value of a? A is 10. So you can say 10 into, not 10, t equal to 1. So 1 into e to the power minus 10t ut. So xt at t equal to 1 equal to e to the power minus 10. So you can say answer is 10 because he want a mod of log of t. So mod of log of t is 10. 10 is correct answer for this question. A signal is given by xt equal to e to the power minus t. Then you have to calculate 1 by 2 pi integral of minus x infinite to infinite x omega d omega. Can I say this is nothing but the value of x of 0, and x of 0 is equivalent to what? 1. It's a very bullish question. This is GATE 2011 problem.